Have you ever been called careless, or maybe you have called yourself that after a frustrating mistake? Do you find yourself constantly forgetting important details or making errors you should have caught? You promise to try harder, but the cycle just repeats. What if I told you that willpower is not the solution? The real problem lies in a series of hidden system failures within your own mind and environment. Today we will explore these reasons, and I will give you a powerful fix for every single one. I strongly suggest you watch until the very end, because the seventh reason is a powerful psychological blind spot you will not find in any of the famous self-improvement books. The first reason is your brain's autopilot mode. Nobel Prize-winning researcher Daniel Kahneman explained that your mind has two systems. System 1 is fast and intuitive, while System 2 is slow and logical. Most careless mistakes happen because we rely too much on the quick, error-prone autopilot of System 1. This mental shortcut saves energy but guarantees oversights, especially when you are tired or stressed. Your brain is simply designed for efficiency over perfect accuracy. The second reason is your trained habit of carelessness. Author Charles Duhigg describes a neurological loop called the habit cycle. Every habit has a cue, a routine, and a reward. For you, feeling rushed might be the cue. Skipping the double check is the routine. The reward is a feeling of being done quickly. Your brain has learned this loop, making carelessness an automatic behavior you do not consciously choose. You have effectively practiced being careless until it became your default setting. The third reason is the overwhelming friction in your life. In his book Atomic Habits, James Clear explains that humans naturally follow the path of least resistance. If being careful feels difficult, you will avoid it. A cluttered environment or a complex filing system makes careful actions feel like a chore. This is compounded by sheer information overload, which exhausts the prefrontal cortex of your brain. This is the very region you need for focus and detailed thought. The fourth reason is our culture of constant distraction. Notifications, social media, and open-plan offices have shattered our attention. We have trained our brains to be scattered and reactive. A mind that is conditioned for interruption finds it nearly impossible to enter a state of deep focus. And a distracted brain is, by its very nature, a careless brain that misses crucial details. The fifth reason is a life of perpetual rushing. You may not be inherently careless. You might just always be late. This often starts with procrastination, as Neil Fiore explains in his book, The Now Habit. When you delay tasks until the last minute, you create a perfect storm for errors. In a frantic race against a deadline, there is simply no time for a second look or a thoughtful review. Carelessness becomes an inevitable symptom of your hurry. The sixth reason is a damaging identity trap. You might have told yourself, "I am just a forgetful person." Every time you say that, you reinforce a self-image that makes carelessness acceptable. Your actions are always a reflection of your internal identity. If you believe you are a careless person, you will unconsciously act in ways that confirm that belief, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy that locks you into the cycle. Now we arrive at the secret no book talks about. The seventh and most insidious reason for carelessness is the silent rebellion. For many, carelessness is a twisted form of control. It is a quiet act of defiance against a micromanaging boss or nagging parents. You do not bother because refusing to care feels powerful. It becomes your way of claiming autonomy in a situation where you feel controlled. This form of rebellion is self-sabotage, but it provides a psychological payoff that makes carelessness feel rewarding. Knowing why you are careless is only half the battle. The other half, the most important half, is knowing exactly how to build a better system. Here is your step-by-step plan. 7 targeted fixes to rewire your mind and environment for effortless carefulness. 1. To jolt your brain out of autopilot, you must implement the pause and point method. You need a physical trigger to engage your careful, logical system too. When you finish any important task, physically pause for a moment. Then, Point at your work and say out loud, "Check complete." This simple and deliberate action interrupts your mental autopilot. It forces a moment of focused attention onto what you have just accomplished, allowing you to catch errors before they become real problems. 2. To break your habit of carelessness, you must install a new and careful routine. You can do this through a strategy called habit stacking. Take a habit you already do and stack a careful action on top of it. For example, after I draft an email, I will read the subject line and attachment one more time. By attaching the new behavior to an existing one, you make carefulness automatic. It becomes a seamless part of your process that requires no extra willpower. 3. To overcome the friction in your world, you must intentionally design your environment. Make the right action the easiest one, like use a pre-made checklist for complex tasks. The goal is to remove the mental and physical barriers to being careful. When carefulness is effortless, you will naturally choose it more often. Your environment should work for you, not against you. 4. To reclaim your focus from a distracting world, you must schedule deep work. This means proactively defending your attention. Turn on Do Not Disturb on all your devices. Schedule 25-minute blocks where your only job is to work on one single task. This is non-negotiable time for focused work. You are not just being productive. You are actively training your brain to regain the ability to concentrate without interruption. 5. To escape the procrastination rush, you must embrace the 2-minute rule. The rule is simple. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Send that email now. File that paper now. This powerful habit prevents small tasks from piling up into an overwhelming mess. By dealing with things right away, you eliminate the future time crunches that force you to be rushed and careless. 6. To change a careless identity, you must ask a better question. Stop asking what you need to do. Start asking, what would a competent and reliable person do right now? Then, you must take that specific action. Every single time you make a choice based on this question, you are casting a vote for your new identity. Those small votes eventually add up to a winning campaign for becoming a careful person. 7. Finally, to disarm the silent rebellion, you must reframe your actions. Tell yourself you are not doing this task for your boss or your parents. You are doing it for yourself, for your own reputation and inner peace. You are choosing to be careful because you value a life free from self-inflicted stress. This reclaims your sense of control in a positive way. It builds you up instead of tearing you down. If this roadmap from carelessness to confidence is helpful, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps this channel grow and helps the YouTube algorithm show this video to others who need it. So, let us abandon the futile cycle of trying harder. Willpower is a limited resource that will always fail you. The true solution is to build a smart system that makes carelessness difficult. Diagnose which of the 7 reasons affects you most. Then, faithfully apply the targeted fix for that specific cause. You now have a clear and personalized blueprint for change. Your journey to becoming a more careful person is not about self-criticism. It is about self-understanding and intelligent design. You are not doomed to a life of frustrating errors. You are simply missing the proper instruction manual for your mind. Start with just one fix today, master it, and then move to the next. You have the power to rewire your habits, redesign your environment, and rebuild your identity into someone who is naturally, effortlessly, and consistently careful. Thank you for watching.